Hey guys, welcome back to the Hecktic podcast. We're on every single podcast platform, including Spotify, Apple, and Google. And if you also want to watch the uncut video, tune into YouTube. We appreciate you listening in and enjoy this episode.
That have a decent range.
All right, we're going, by the way.
Cool.
So before we say anything, before we say any fucked up shit.
I think we got everything cleared.
Okay. Yeah. We said the most interesting
shit
about 5 seconds ago, but you guys don't get to see it.
Best of the viewers don't know.
The podcast type shit.
Talk about those bodies.
Yeah, that's actually a good name. God. Off the podcast, like off the podcast talk.
Yeah.
Our off the podcast talk is good shit.
What the heck? Hell.
Oh God, here we go. Here we go with the ads again.
There was no ad,
dude.
Oh, people! Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, you're welcome. People love that bit. That whole that was one of the best.
I seen that clip.
That was like the
number one viewed one. I swear.
Yeah, people love that shit. They love seeing me piss, I guess.
I love how you edited in Miguel saying "banglers" out of fucking nowhere.
Miguel goes, "What the banglers?" It's like, what the fuck? Who is that?
I also love the one where people thought I was stumped, and it's because you just edited me in silence.
Yeah, I just did that again on a new one actually.
The thing is, I watched it. I'm like, that's the same 2 seconds. Because I don't go more than 2 seconds without talking.
Wait, was it a whole nother clip from a different podcast?
No. So what I'm starting to do is like with the shorts, with the reels, the TikToks, whatever you call them, the short media. I'm starting to cut them up and like repeat things, so there's like awkward silence. Does that mean? So
I like it. Dramatic.
So like one part of the clip might be focused on Brock, and that same clip you are just sitting here like this, but you weren't in it. So then I go back and I copy that and put it on you, and then I put that in there, so then it looks like it's awkward silence.
You zoom in just a little bit more the third time and just
right. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Because it didn't make sense as I was saying it.
I got you.
But I just did that actually. Excuse me. With another one, so
those clips that you make are really fucking high quality. If you ask me, they look like they take a long time.
They take a long ass hours,
like a normal video type length.
Longer, probably twice as long.
Shit, dude.
Because I got to go through. Think about it. I got to go through the whole podcast, and then I got to cut it, move it over, continue on the podcast. Then I got to move all of those into a vertical project, and then the editing starts. 2 hours. So if our podcast is 2 hours, that's 2 hours of me listening.
Shit, yeah, at least.
But I will say the good thing with that. And you guys probably don't give a fuck, but the good thing for me, at least, is when I do pay $100 for an intro, I'm writing down every timestamp of something fucking hilarious.
Good idea. Yeah.
So the intro should be pretty fucking dope. And you guys are all of it so far, so because you guys are pretty funny, believe it or not. Are you drunk already?
Funny looking.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
No, not at all. Sober.
Well, I just thought of something. So why was today so shitty?
I don't know, but I just bit my fucking tongue and all I could taste is blood, so that's gonna ruin this whole show for me.
Oh.
Wait, what can I do to make you feel better?
Nothing. It's fucked.
He's like, I'm fucking leaving.
It's gonna be a Tristan heavy show, guys.
Tristan,
no.
Keep drinking, buddy.
All right, you still got that whole nother bottle in the freezer, right?
Yeah.
All right.
It's all yours. Thank you to John Jansen.
The show will be fine.
He's even
Shout
watching.
out John Jansen. I know he's watching somewhere.
Oh, here's some. So, I take photos for like companies. Did I tell you about that? You guys know about that?
Yeah. I know where this was going.
Yeah.
Does it?
I think you showed me this.
Wait, whose OnlyFans do you shoot for?
I've volunteered several times. Nobody's taken me up on it.
I can't say in the public. And I got this product, and I think you guys really like it, and I think it's really interesting. So I want you guys to open it. Wait, can you guess what it is?
I know already, so I can't.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Okay, Tristan, what is this?
Drumsticks?
It's a good guess.
Dude.
You're close.
Did you ever play the drums?
Yeah, dude. How'd you know?
I don't know.
Do I seem like the type?
Because it looks like the Vic Firth font, and that's why you went there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Because I don't see drums at all.
Well, because you know what's in it.
It's a good point.
It's the same reason I don't see the drums.
I mean, my initial guess was actually chocolate.
Ooh, now you're closer.
Ooh, that's a good
That's
call.
closer than the drumsticks?
When I saw the box laying back there, I kind of had a chocolate thing. Here, I'll hold the mic. We know you're not good at it.
I was never going to let that
don't
thing
open
fall.
it yet. Don't open it yet.
Don't hang on,
dude. It feels like Christmas.
Hold on. Don't move.
It's going to be Valentine's Day for Tristan.
You need to shake it.
Oh, you gotta open.
All right.
I don't know, dude.
Hang on.
Ava and Allure.
Just hang on.
Dude, this is panties, isn't it? The name fucking screams panties.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Oh, look at this.
Oh my god.
We're going to go chocolate.
Oh shit.
All right.
Let's go. Some of those look fucking good.
This is completely unscripted, by the way.
Who gave you these?
Can you guess? I bought them for the shoot.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You ate almost all of them.
Damn right I did.
So much for that fucking marathon.
All right, open the other one.
All right, get a good view on that.
Yeah, that was
Damn.
gorgeous, man. Look at that.
Thing is beautiful.
They actually do look pretty
Chock
good.
full of nuts.
Yeah. All right, any guesses on this product here? It has been my best product by far. I had a lot of fun shooting this one.
So you said
I'm real upset I didn't bring the gimbal with, and we could do just a full.
Like a full intro. Of
Yeah,
Tristan.
can we warm the lights up?
Yeah,
Do a
yeah.
whole thing.
All right, it's not that cool, Joe. We're over doing this. It's supposed to be just like a quick funny thing, but
oh my god.
show that to your girl that's watching.
That even have to be said.
Yeah, that girl.
Yeah, dude, isn't it nice though? It's like a pretty decent whip, dude. God, I just realized my
cry on
family's
you?
watching it. Yeah, no, you cannot. All my family members are watching this. I did not buy this, by the way. This was sent to me to take photos of, which I did. It was like $50, and you loved them. You loved the photos. I bought flowers, chocolates, and strawberries, and I made like cool photos. You guys want to see them? I'll show you the photos.
Was it a
actually.
Valentine's Day photo shoot?
I made it. I mean, how else would you shoot it? You know what I mean? Like I had no idea how else to shoot it unless it was super X-rated. What, Tristan?
Jeez,
Come on, one more.
You want your
one more,
awkward-
Brock.
You want your awkward pause?
Yeah.
It's just being.
Dude, that's gonna
Fucking
hurt.
hell!
Is that a good
Oh,
one?
that's
Here, I'll let you give me one.
no,
Come
no,
on, no, I want it.
no. You know what? I
This-
get one, but I'm not telling you when.
Oh, there we go.
What do you mean? You're just gonna
Sit
do it on
down.
my thigh?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it at work.
Oh, you're gonna come over to my office?
She's gonna do it at
Just
work.
Kick down the fucking door.
Where is he?
Dump you out of your
Damn.
chair.
Tristan
and-
starts running away.
I'm already feeling
This
nervous.
is wow.
It is like legit. I thought it'd be shitty, but it's like
No,
kind of
the-
legit.
The ribbon on the shaft here.
Yeah, there. On the shaft.
You know what this handle looks like? They did.
What?
Looks like your notebook.
What notebook?
The smooth leather with the burn in.
That's probably what they did. You could make whips, dude.
Yeah,
can make
that's what I
whips.
need. Another project.
Yeah, right.
It's a high quality leather.
Is this the one?
Nice flax. Oh, that's lovely. Here, I'll let
Whoa,
you.
is this a blindfold?
Oh yeah, and it came with a blindfold.
Oh my god.
In a different
Dude.
show, we're gonna blindfold Tristan, have him lay out on the coffee table here, and then we'll get the one.
I think we might have to have Miguel be a guest.
Pretty
for
dope.
That is
Oh,
lovely.
dude, you killed it.
Pretty lovely. See, it was just the table, but I had to Photoshop it all in.
What do you mean?
Like it was a round table. It's this table right here, but I had to make I didn't want the fucking carpet and whatever the hell that is in it.
That's nicely done.
I try to keep it
Classy.
as PG as possible, even though it's a freaking whip. But yeah, you loved him. So that's all the content I had planned for tonight. So you guys can play with the whip all night.
I got that. The tongue bleeding and the whole
Gross.
thing. This is not gonna be a great one. No, you can go ahead and put that away. I don't need to. I don't need to get you.
That's all part of his plan. He's taking that to work tomorrow.
I know.
I
it is.
have my
I feel
own.
it.
Or he's going to hire somebody. He's going to hire Gary to...
Straight up, 50 Shades of Grey. Dude, if Gary did, he would probably break this thing with a swing.
50 Shades of Gary. I thought...
Oh, damn.
50 Shades of Gary, for all the Garys out there listening. Probably none,
Fucking
but...
dumb.
What if he listens?
I guarantee Buckin doesn't.
We would have heard about it. He'd have made fun of us so quick.
Probably, yeah.
I definitely did
Anyway.
not tell him about it.
I had something for a second.
It's just an off day, man. It's just an off day.
No, so I was thinking, before you ship out, I've got to have you guys. We'll do a special edition from my lair.
Ooh, I like that.
I
And,
like that.
And I'll
like
actually
it.
I'll prep some topics. I'll play host for the day
yeah.
and run you through the paces. But we'll do it in the office at my place.
That
And,
sounds dope.
Yeah, it could be a good time.
That sounds
We'll see.
sick.
I was
Yeah,
just
let's do
a-
it.
One
just a
last 2 hours
Change up the
special.
scenery.
Just a special edition.
What should we call it? Brock's special. Brock's special
No, we
night.
need something better than
We'll
that.
bring the whip.
Can all take
Brock's
turns.
Special
When
whip.
you start doing that, it reminds me, it was the South Park Butters' very own episode.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Butter's very own episode. We'll do in the office.
Probably get that nice cozy cabin feel going on
I need a new monitor.
with
speaking
my
of cabin
makeshift
feel.
racing sim set up in the back.
Yes. You can play live.
Yeah, I'll just have the farm sim cranking in the background. No, I had an old, I actually used it as a TV stand for a little bit. It was given to me. It used to be a sewing table, so it had this big open space on the front, and they just put a door. So I took the door off, put the wheel on, dropped the TV on top. I got a chair that slides right under it.
Damn.
It works okay, other than the fact that the refresh rate on the TV is not quite there.
Right. Are you still grinding on the farm sim?
I put in a bit of time.
Do you have a total playtime number for us?
That would be awesome.
Oh fuck!
You need to find
Across
that
all
play
accounts.
Across
How many
all,
accounts do you have?
Well, not account.
Yeah, how does that work?
What
Even
if he's like 10,000?
Well, it's across all games because I have 13, 19, and 2022.
What are you guys gonna do when there's no more podcasts? Are you gonna start your own? God damn it!
I'm gonna play Farm Sim.
Fucking get those hours up.
I mean, I don't know.
You should stream farm sim, dude.
I've done it. I just gotta get it all set up again.
You just gotta keep doing it.
Yeah, it was a good time. That was back when I was playing 2013. I was just cranking it out on a laptop. It's a good run.
Really? How did that work on a laptop?
It's a pretty decent laptop, but actually I was running it on an old laptop, and I didn't like the fact that I could only render one mirror in graphics without it losing it. So that's why I bought the nicer laptop I have. So Farm Sim 2022.
It's always you, bro. You with the weird mouth noise. It's like,
dude, I had no choice.
It's the demon inside of you.
Okay.
Right, needs to be cleansed.
So I really only started playing 2022.
Dude, you have.
I'll say since the new year is really when I cranked out 2022.
Yeah.
How many hours do you think I have on record? We'll say since mid-December. So
do you have the number?
months. I have the number in front of me.
All right. So you play it probably just about every night. Let's assume 5 out of 7 nights. Let's assume 2 hours a night. Let's 10 hours a night over 80.
Did you just say 10 hours a night?
10 hours a week, I bet.
It's probably it's less than that because like I'm
gonna say hardly 69 hours actually.
I was gonna say 80.
It's 75.
Fuck.
39.2 in the past 2 weeks.
Holy shit!
Yeah, we're putting in work
in the last 2 weeks. That farm has to be popping.
It's doing pretty well. I've been booming. The only way we get those hours up there is when my girlfriend's home on the weekends. She fires it up on the Xbox and it becomes a team effort.
Is it your farm or is it just the farm?
So it's my farm.
It's my farm.
It's my farm. So I hooked my farm up. I got to disable a couple mods so we can get the crossplay going when she fires up the Xbox.
It's gonna be chaos outside.
It's my farm. It's the farm I have set up.
Brock's farm.
You can rent dedicated servers and stuff. So like there is a farm and like everybody
like Minecraft where you don't have the farm where you just log into the.
Like right now I fire mine up and I host it and then other people join my game basically. You can rent a server and then there's just a server out there and anyone could pop on even if I'm not online. But
could somebody come and fuck your shit up?
Nah, I got a password on it.
Is it possible to not have a password?
Yeah. Yeah, you can just do open farms.
It's possible to hack your password.
I mean,
how devastated would you be if I found your farm and just fucking burnt it down?
So you can't join the farm unless I'm online. I gotta start it. I gotta launch the game.
So what hours do you play again?
It's a real creative name. I think it's on there as Brock's Farm.
Damn, I would have never found that one.
Yeah, I know.
I would have never found that.
Pretty wild.
One. I really want to see the niche of people who just grind farm sim like you.
Like you want to see their physical appearance or...
That as well, actually. I do.
We watched the stream the one night. It was like a group of 50-year-old men just cranking it out.
It was like, it's like you took a group of farmers that just finished their 12-hour farm day, got home, drank a beer, and got on farm sim.
That sounds like fucking hell.
To continue farming.
The vibe it gave me was like guys who are now like, they sell insurance, but they grew up on a farm.
That's pretty detailed.
These were all the friends they had growing up. working on farms.
That's pretty detailed.
And they like to go back and live that life.
I could not go home after a day of work and like play Shipbuilder Simulator or some shit like that. Fucking not okay.
One day your actual job's gonna be from a computer shipbuilding sim, and the robot's just gonna build it.
Yeah, that's going well so far.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And Brock is leading the forefront of the nation's army of robot building or shipbuilding robots. Yeah. Is that right?
That's a stretch, but
does anyone else have the brain capacity of what you're doing on the yard? Like, if you were to quit today, who the fuck takes over the artificial reality?
There's a couple people who actually had the AR stuff before me. I don't think anyone's really employed it in full scale out in the yard. But there's a few people who have training on that one.
But how do we just how does the yard just buy this headset and then just kind of like floats around? There's like, yeah, here it is. If anyone wants to, figure it out, go for it.
I think our foreign overlords pushed that upon us because they use it heavily over there.
How is it that perfect that they use it that heavily?
I think they use it for other things. I think they've integrated. Yeah. I don't know.
Break?
One day I had it on my desk and I pulled YouTube up in it.
Really?
And because the speakers are right over the ears, you can turn the volume way down. So if I looked up above my monitors, I just had like another 60-inch screen hovering in the air with YouTube rolling.
What the fuck? AR is so much better, I think. I mean, I think it has a lot more farther to come than VR. I think VR is more fun at the moment, but I think the better AR gets, you're literally living a Tony Stark life. Like, it's literally Iron Man.
That's the biggest thing. If you think about VR from, think of a video. You were just talking about those photos you edited where all of a sudden I got a photo. You had to Photoshop the circular table to expand the world so there's no blank space.
Right.
Filling in, think of when you were a little kid and you'd color a picture on a piece of paper. There's a lot of white. Filling in the blank space sucks.
Right.
To fill in the blank space really well takes even longer. So now you take AR. I don't have to focus on rendering the room. The room is rendered better than I could ever render it because it's the real room. I can put all my effort and attention into the subject of the scene.
Fuck, man.
That's the way I always think about it. It's like the 90% of the work is done for you better than you'll ever be able to do it with a computer. So you've got such a head start.
Dude, I kind of want AR now instead of VR.
So
I wonder if they have, do they have any games with it? Like interface wise?
So what I don't know, I haven't looked into it. So like the Meta Quest 3 Pro, whatever one they came out with, is sort of a hybrid.
Is it?
I think it's less true AR and more much higher resolution cameras with pass through. As on the Oculus that you've got sitting there and I have at my house, you get that pass through kind of in black and white. This takes it and punches it up in like, in a full HD so you can get pass through on it. And I think what you start to look at then is, I don't know if you ever played, I had a roommate who did like some tabletop simulator type stuff. So it's like, okay, you and I want to play a game of chess across the world. I can have my actual chessboard in front of me.
I get,
and so can you.
Poker would count as that, right?
Yeah, something like that. You're playing an actual game. You look like you'd have the AR effect of having the actual thing in front of you.
Right.
So my pieces are real, but maybe yours aren't. And I move my real piece and your ghost piece moves from wherever you are across the world.
That's fucking sick, actually.
That's where you start to get to, and you could do that in traditional. I mean, that's where AR is interesting. I always think in the Kingsman where they're all sitting at the empty, round table. They throw on the glasses, and all of a sudden everybody else is there.
Great movie, by the way.
Obviously, that requires cameras on the other side to do that 3D rendering.
Right.
But that technology exists. It's just not miniaturized very well. But think of that sort of setup where now that to me is where AR is really interesting, is you can be in the room with someone
reality, but
and project things real. Fairbanks Morse Defense, who builds some of our engine components, their maintenance manuals have gone heavily AR so that you can walk up to the side of this panel on this big diesel engine and it'll highlight for you, it'll do its little scan and alignment and it'll highlight, hey, undo these, hey, pull that, hey, do this. Think of diffusing a bomb. Tell me which wires you see. Okay, I can see which wires you see, and I can highlight the one you should cut.
Yeah, do this.
Yeah, you do that type of thing.
Do you even need the person at that point? That's the question, though. Do you even need the person.
Having a human on the ground, you're never going to get rid of it. But what it does is it takes.
You don't think so?
Not for everything.
I read a book once. It was called. This was the only book ever in school that I was forced to read that I liked. It's called The Driver and the Driverless Car, and it said, "Why do we keep making technology? Because there's an end goal, right? Well, what's the end goal, and what are we going to achieve? Well, the end goal to be nobody works. There's no currency. We just want to do our creative things while the robots take care of everything. So are we going to create a Star Trek? Or what was the other one? Mad Max or some shit? The one where everything implodes, the robots take over, we all fucking die. So which one do you think we're working to? Do you think we're going too fast?
I think that workload is always going to expand to fill the void and a little bit beyond. To where, we always look at this as like, okay, well, if we have all these robots, then we don't need those people to do those jobs. Those people can go sit at home and we can have the same level of productivity. Or we can retask those people to something we don't have robots for yet and continue this cycle on. It's the old, hey, once I don't have to pay this loan anymore, I'm going to have all kinds of cash around. No, you're not. You're just going to find something else to spend that money on. It's not like magically there's just another.
But then what happens when the day comes where it's perfectly circular, right? So, like, for example, they were telling us years ago that the ships are going to drive themselves before you guys graduate, right? Well, if the ships drive themselves, well, someone has to fix the electronics when they break. So that was the answer to that. But what happens when the ship breaks, so a robot fixes the ship? But if that robot breaks, the robot fixes that robot, and then it continues in a circle, so it's eternal. And then you have essentially stepped out. Then there's no need for a human.
I think the biggest thing right now is we don't have a circle, we have a line. And if you have a circle, how many redundancies in that chain do you need? Because, okay, what if the robot that fixes that robot breaks?
Well, then the robot that fixes that robot will fix them.
Eventually, you're going to come back around to the other side, and you're going to need a robot that can fix that robot.
Right, but so if you have this computer, and the computer breaks, and that remote fixes the computer, right, and this computer fixes this mug, and this mug fixes this, you'll never have an issue.
But if the computer's broken, how can it fix the mug to fix the remote?
It doesn't have to fix the mug. This will fix the... Wait.
What if everything breaks simultaneously?
If the computer's broken, the remote will fix the computer. So then the computer can fix the mug, and it will continue on.
But now you have a...
And let's say two break down. Now you're fucked.
Yeah.
Well, what if you duplicate the circle? What if you have
that's
two
what I'm
robots
saying. How
each?
many layers do we go? How much redundancy do we,
Right.
The ideal is that you don't end up with a chain or a circle. You have 5 robots that can do it all.
Mm-hmm.
And right now...
They can fix themselves.
Yeah, right now you can't...
No, we don't have.
You don't have robots that are as multi-purpose as a human is.
No.
But by augmenting humans, you don't need to learn everything about it. If we can have the guy who knows everything about it see what you see and hear what you hear and show you where to go.
True.
You can have one. So we got one expert. What if he's not here? Well, if he can always be there,
then we're good.
Then you're good.
We just got to protect.
You don't need
him.
to train a guy on every ship. You just need to train one guy who's always available to throw the headset on, and away you go.
And that's you.
No.
Tristan, welcome back. Welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah, I got a fresh new drink.
Of course you did.
Did we mix in a water?
Absolutely not, Brock.
Good. I love it. You love to hear
Did we
it.
mix like he's your dad? Did we mix in a water, son?
I apprate the advice, though.
Hey,
I really
sport,
do.
why don't you get a water while you're over there?
Maybe after this one.
It's like when you go to the bar with your dad for the first time, but you're actually 21. So they feel like they have to parent you, but they can't because you're 21. So you're just housing shots, and your dad's like, "Hey, sport, why don't we get us some water over
why
there?"
don't we cycle in water with all that shooting?
Right.
Thankfully, I've never went to the bar with my dad before. So
I have not had that experience
I'm
either.
kind of thankful I havened.
I'll
though.
shoot to
Well, my
avoid
dad
it.
owns a bar, so
It's impossible for you to not have.
impossible for me to not go to a bar with him. But it's a pretty sick bar. You guys should come check it out sometime. Even though I don't live there anymore, but
Yeah.
Are you going there at all after you leave here?
no.
Just
going to
straight
Memphis.
shot into Charleston?
No, I'm going to Memphis for a week to watch
Oh, yeah, your base.
Danny play.
Yeah.
And then I got to go to New York because I have a doctor's appointment. And then I
New
get to
York's
go
the only
home.
spot you could find for it?
What?
New York's the only spot you could go to the doctor?
Well, yeah, because it's from my arm.
Oh, so the same doctor as before.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I have a feeling that they're just going to keep scheduling me because it's taxpayers' money. So, like, every 3 months, they're like, all right, come back in 3 months. 20 years later, they're like, all right, come back in 3 months. How's your arm doing? Well, it's been fine for 20 years, boss. But every time I come in, they get a fat paycheck. You know?
Surely
they
you can
take an
start
X-ray every
declining
time I
that
come
shit.
in. You know, so what?
Surely you can start like saying that, hey, I don't need this shit, right?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna say this time because I'm done flying to fucking New York. I don't want to fly there anymore.
It's a long ways away.
Yeah, it is a long ways
up.
away. It's like 10
You
hours.
like New York at least, right?
No. Have you ever been to New
I
York?
could have sworn you did.
Have you been to New York?
No, never.
Have you been to New York?
Upstate?
Oh my god, of course. Upstate. That's where they play the farm sim. It's upstate.
No.
Completely different fucking world, dude. Completely different world.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah, but it's just crazy how different it is. Damn, you guys got to go to New York City
Why?
because it's definitely worth
Sell
it.
me on it.
Yeah, sell New York.
It's a night that never sleeps,
I'm
baby.
a skeptical
Oh, that's the
tourist.
best you
I can't
got?
sell you on
That's
it.
the
You
best
just
you
you
got?
have to experience. It's something that you
I mean, I
need
heard
to
it's the-
experience.
This is
Here
it.
it's the best place to be during Christmas time. It's got so much magic in the air and all that, but I
It's
don't know
actually
what the
pretty
fuck's
fire
driving
during
that.
Christmas. It's pretty fire during
What,
Christmas.
just because of SantaCon?
Dude, it's just the city that never sleeps, man. It's
Dude,
fucking
that's-
awesome.
that's
And
not enough for me.
SantaCon,
I fucking not
SantaCon,
enough.
Dude,
SantaCon's a great time.
dude,
What?
Bruh.
I love sleep.
Okay, well you could.
I want
you
8
could
hours
still
a night.
sleep. It's just
Never-
the
I
city
want
won't
8
sleep.
hours.
Listen, I got a shit night of sleep last night. And I'm miserable. Having no sleep. That sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah, who the fuck would want to live there?
Yeah. It's like the city that's always sore. Like it's just a nagging
The city
soreness.
that's always hungover. That's what
Yeah.
it sounds like to me.
Yeah, that's a good time. Yeah, a city that never sleeps. City that's always tired.
That should be a synonym for the name, actually.
Are you guys talking shit?
Well, you did a shit job on selling us on
Yeah,
New York.
the
so
city
that's
that's
kinda
always
where we're-
tired. That's what I'll remember
Yeah,
it
it's
by
the,
from now
the
on.
city is always tired. City that needs a fucking
Good
nap.
that both cameras were off, so that's good.
Excellent.
I do like that. That's good.
Dude, there's nothing. What do you want me to tell you? There's naked men running the streets and there's garbage everywhere.
Well, now I'm in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that what gets you going?
How many homeless people are there?
Just to
At
get the
least a
crowd.
million.
Let's go.
At least a million. I've probably seen
no.
more naked men in New York City than I have seen myself naked.
Search that number. How many homeless people in New York City?
Dude, I don't fucking know.
Oh, search it.
Oh,
I
search
actually
it?
want to see it
How many homeless people?
because I feel like it's probably one of the highest out of the cities in the U.S.
It is.
Why are there so many homeless people in cold climates?
How many homeless people?
That's not ideal whatsoever.
Seems dumb.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know, dude. Going out at night in New York City is just holy shit. There's 70,000 homeless people.
Holy fuck, that's way more than I was expecting.
Damn. Well, this is in New York's main municipal shelter. So that's just that are recorded.
That's
yeah,
just
the
like
whole
an
shelter.
area.
Yeah.
So it's probably 100,000.
Huh.
Dude, those people are a different breed of people. Like they are different fucking. They come up with the most elaborate stories to get 25 cents. Damn. Wait, what's the biggest city you've been to? Oh, Chicago. You've been to Chicago. Where have you been?
I don't know what's bigger, Chicago or Las Vegas.
I mean, Chicago's the bigger city. Chicago, I don't despise. I like Minneapolis. That's not huge. Detroit's cool, but Detroit's tiny now.
If you like those cities, you'll love New York.
I don't
think you should go for longer than 3
I was
days.
gonna be like define like them. Like I like doing a few things there and then getting the fuck out.
Oh yeah, exactly. Just like Vegas. You don't go to Vegas for fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah,
You go to Bali or fucking Costa Rica or Mexico or some beach place for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I love the reminder that I like where I live.
That it's a good way to put that. All right. All right. I don't know. I think you should go.
Yeah,
You should go out.
Should we
take
go
a-
for a SantaCon trip next year?
I'll take a road trip. I have a Santa suit.
Dude,
Of course
you
you
were
do.
born to go to SantaCon
Why?
because you have a Santa suit. Do you understand
Is
there's
that the
thousands
only thing?
Born with the Santa suit.
Oh, my misinterpretation.
Yeah.
My bad.
Come on.
Dude, there are so many Santas. The SantaCon is
Dude.
probably the best thing in New York.
No, see, this makes me feel like we should go to an underserved city
What do you
and
mean?
dress up as Santa. Listen, New York has
Oh,
thousands of Santas.
go.
Let's
Yeah.
go do a Santa
That makes
theme.
it fun
Just
for
make
us.
our own
But
somewhere
dude,
else.
let's go do a Santa bar crawl in fucking Tucson.
Well, there's actually SantaCons everywhere, but New York's is known for their SantaCon.
Being just a it'll ruin
10,000
Christmas.
Santas.
I don't think it's the
6
one.
a.m. taking back-to-back shots of tequila, getting on the subway and singing Christmas carols.
You say 6 a.m.?
6 fucking a.m.
So you
dude.
threw out Christmas carols and tequila, two things that make me vomit instantly. I
hate tequila
I
too.
might be out on
But
this.
it's SantaCon because I did it. You don't like Christmas carols?
I fucking hate
Fuck
Christmas.
those things.
It's
What do you
music.
mean, bro?
Dude.
You're trying
What
to
are
tell
you
me. You're trying to tell me you feel some warmth inside your heart when carolers come
Are you
to your
kidding
door
me?
late at night when you're trying to sleep.
Okay, no. Wait, you guys have that? You guys have
Dude,
carolers?
I've had
just-
them come to my tiny ass town.
Dude,
Stevenson,
well, I've,
Michigan. Less of a
I've-
population than 1,000 people. I've had fucking carolers multiple years come to my door.
So
yeah, that's
if you
a.
had 10 carolers. It's 1% of fucking the
Yeah,
town.
yeah. Who knows where they came from? I didn't recognize them,
they
but it annoyed
hibernate.
the fuck out of me. I just sat there and listened to it.
I don't
awkwardly.
like carolers. Well, I've never had a caroler ever or seen them
That's
except in
for the
movies.
best.
I thought that was like an old time thing.
No, it's still alive and well. Apparently,
Okay, the art of caroling.
it's still going. There's
Do
still
you
some
carol outside of Christmas?
Do you find Jehovah's Witnesses also
Entertaining.
charming?
Extremely entertaining.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
sure.
good
but
question.
like,
You like Jehovah's Witnesses, don't you?
dude, let's have
I
one on the
do.
pod. I think you you have the fucking. Oh no, you don't have the Jehovah's Witnesses. You have the Church of Latter-day Saints down the hall. Let's drag
Dude,
one of them in
that's
here.
No, that is there might be, but there's also a fucking what the fuck is the Illuminati one?
You have an Illuminati person that's living in this apartment complex?
No. There's
You
this
got
church.
the Scientology shit down there, or
No.
Are they the ones that are
the
smoking all the
Seventh-day
weed?
Adventists?
What the fuck is the word? Oh, you heard about that?
I can smell it every time I
Dude,
step foot
Dude, they
in
got
this
kicked
place.
out.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Clint watched it. Yo, what?
I was gonna
Fuck. Illuminati religion.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Fuck, what is it?
Do the carolers fall underneath this?
Dude, this is gonna kill me. This is gonna fucking kill me. And it's literally right there. There's a movie about it. Fuck. This is gonna piss
lost,
me
bro.
off. It's a religion. Fuck. Name religions. Name religions like that. Scientology.
I mean, you got your Mormons, you got your
Mormons.
Seventh-day Adventists, the LDS people, the
Dude, it's right there, bro. Fuck.
your Pentecostal apostolics,
God, you're right there.
fake religions, Christianity,
Come on, please show up.
First Church of Christ.
No,
Be
not
weird.
Christ.
It'd be real freaking weird if like you had a church that wasn't of Christ.
Wait, yeah. Is there a church?
Well,
other
There
than-
is the
definitely a
Church
good
of
amount of
Satan,
them.
and those guys actually listen. I'm
This
okay
is gonna
with them.
kill me, dude.
Sometimes they're pretty relatable. not
This is
lie.
gonna
with it.
fucking kill me.
There's an Illuminati. Okay, describe to me this religion's affiliation with the Illuminati.
I watched this weird documentary about how like it's gonna sound stupid when I say it, how the CIA fucking tells them what movies to make, what to put in movies, how actors are like in this religion that it turns out is the Illuminati. Dude,
Never heard of this shit.
I'm not.
I mean,
the
it-
podcast is stopping until I fucking find the word. I'm not kidding, because it's killing me. It's fucking killing
it
me.
sounds like you're describing Scientology. That keeps popping up. But
Fuck, dude.
Just type in abstract religions or some shit.
Yeah, let's do that. Abstract
Taoism.
religions. This isn't gonna fucking work.
What are the 10,
Scientology is the first one that comes up.
10 types of religion? 4 types of religion. Religious and theological abstracts. Huh.
Dude, there's got to be a fucking way to figure this out.
Can you give me some more hints?
Yeah.
I think it starts with an F. I swear to God, it starts with an F. I gotta find this. 1 second. Out of the Shadows is the name of the documentary. What does of the shadows? Should probably stop whispering.
You're
into the
talking
mic.
about. What do we got here? Operation Mockingbird?
What the fuck is that?
Family Jewels?
Look at they all review this because it's fucking against. Google is shady as fuck, bro.
Hollywood, mainstream media. Oh,
All right. I guess I'll
I don't
just
think it starts with an F.
It might not, I guess.
Don't tell me it's
Propaganda.
Sikhism, is it?
No, out of shadows claims to lift a
Judaism?
mask on the mainstream media and Hollywood manipulate. The
brainwashed.
goal is to wake up the general public. Brainwashed by a hidden enemy with the parent censor. Was the result of 2 years of blood, sweat. It's been independently produced and funded. Dude, this is going to keep me up at night, bro. It's literally going to keep me
Let's
up at
figure
night.
this shit out then.
It's going to kill me.
Surely you
This
have
is-
some more stuff to describe.
This is just
It's gonna
phenomenal radio here.
It's awful radio. I know, but I fucked the podcast.
We're
I
failing
wanna-
as a podcast right
I
now
want to
because
know
of
what
this.
the hell this is. It's literally right there too. That's the most frustrating thing. Is I saw it and I was like, oh, that's an Illuminati. What is? Why don't I have my caps on? Sure. What is the Illuminati church? Dude. Come on, man. You gotta help me out here. You gotta help me out here. All right, you know what? I give up. Sounds. That starts with F, maybe? The federals? No. This is stupid, bro. Someone's probably, when they're watching this, someone's gonna be commenting to be like, "It's this, you fucking idiot," and then I'm gonna feel like an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, one review calls it a dramatic fantasy for the desperate and unhappy.
You're not gonna be able to get any reviews for that documentary they're all gonna shit on it.
The truth is not told, it is learned. That was a 10 out of 10.
Every review that's gonna be on there is gonna be bad because
I love this. I have known about this stuff for a long time. After
Awesome.
9/11, I began my search to understand what's really been going on behind the scenes because I knew that we were not being told the truth about what happened. From 9/11 theories, I began venturing off into other subjects. And everything they've used in this film is factual and cannot be disproven.
Of course.
I have my master's from a prestigious university and I understand what credible sources are, so I only utilized information which I could bring into an academic form and not be laughed at. Even with this approach, there's so much out there that proves exactly what this film is suggesting
Oh
to
my
its viewers.
gosh.
Gulf of Tonkin, MK Ultra,
Okay, well those are real, first of all.
factual and cannot be disproven. If you
Those
throw,
can't be
if you
disproven because
throw-
the documents are released. We're talking about
I know, but this guy here is talking about others. So when he throws
he's
out,
an idiot.
when he throws out cannot be disproven,
well, anything could be disproven.
anything can be disproven.
Right.
Gravity
Something
can
could
just
happen tomorrow and it could be
Is it
Yeah.
the free vector?
Freemasons.
Oh, Jesus
was it?
Christ.
God,
That's not even
you're
a religion.
kidding me.
God, thank you so much,
It's
dude.
just like a secret.
I feel like the weight of the world.
Listen, if this
Anything
man
to
had
make you sleep, bro.
Freemasonry, dude.
if this man had opened with National Treasure, we'd have been there a long time ago.
Yes.
Freemasons, dude. God, that took fucking forever.
I believe most town signs would call
had
them
no
free and
idea.
accepted Masons.
God, that felt good, dude. That felt good.
Descendants of the Templars.
Exactly. Apparently, the Illuminati stems from Freemasonry. You can see all the actors wearing the ring with the Freemason symbol on it. So
Yeah.
they said they're Illuminati.
It's a square and a whatever. They're carpentry tools, and then you throw the all-seeing eye in there because that was
The
Freemason.
all-seeing eye.
That was a Freemason thing, and that's what's on the bill, and that's what's the Illuminati logo now. Freemasons have had it for long before the Illuminati.
I came up with a crazy fucking wild conspiracy theory while I was sleeping, actually. That's another topic. We're going to talk about that next. Lucid dreaming.
That's where all the best ones come
I've
from.
had a few good ones in my
We're going
life.
to talk about that next. But I came up with this
Other
crazy
than the
conspiracy
birds.
theory. If you look in history, majority of societies collapse when they have too much time on their hands. They start arguing about, this might get me fucked, but they start arguing about like gender stuff and this and like how people feel.
Ooh, that's
and it
where we're
leads to the-
getting.
Exactly. That's why it's scary. And it
Oh,
leads to the collapse of society, which goes to our earlier conversation about whether if we build so much technology, do we get better or do we collapse? So what if there's aliens that come down every time a society gets so advanced? They're like, all right, let's see if they're the real shit. We're going to come down. We're going to be, we're going to be their actors, their actresses, well, in modern time. And we're going to pump all this shit out and see if they fall apart. which it looks like we're doing right now.
It sure seems that way.
What if they do that every time? Like for the Egyptians, they like came down and started arguing over like something else.
I mean, it is true when you see it repeated. I mean, when Nineveh fell in the Assyrian Empire, you didn't see their level of technology and sophistication for another few thousand years. The naval technology between Rome and Carthage in the 600s BC would have been unrivaled until the 1600s. So there's another almost 2,000 years that you have to go through again to regain that level.
That's crazy.
The Voltaire quote about societies: they climb the stairs in wooden shoes and they descend it in silk slippers. So as soon as you achieve a certain level of comfort, you start comfort. That's right. I added a P in there.
Comfort.
You start coming down those steps.
Right. Until eventually you reach nirvana. And that also could be what aliens are. Because they're so advanced that they just work to gain more knowledge. Robots do everything. Like they don't have to make food. They don't have to do anything. They just seek knowledge. They don't argue. They don't fight. There's no emotions. Are we going to be that or are we going to fall again?
We're
going to fall again.
Is this a reference to Spock where he has no emotions? He only operates logically?
Is that Star Trek?
Yeah.
I've never watched Star Trek, and I probably never will.
I can't say I'm a huge...
Hey,
I've never
relax.
Hey, fuck these fruit flies in your apartment.
Dude, I don't know what's going on in my apartment, but I think someone died in the fucking
I walked past your garbage, and it fucking stunk.
I just changed that garbage. All it is coffee.
Really?
Yeah, it's coffee, and there's no fruit in there. Like, I haven't had any fruit.
Sometimes you got to wash out that can, man. You get some shit in there, some stuff on the lid. That's always the worst.
Got a dead guy in that spare bedroom of yours?
Dude, I might. I whipped him to death with my fucking whip. So
what a way to go!
He's in there testing it out. Just oh, this is a good one. That's how he settled on that.
I did test it on my arm. Yeah. How could you not? Tristan did that first thing though.
That's how he settled on that one. He has that corpse in there. He's just been beating the fuck out of him. That one finally left the right mark.
Smells like fucking fruit.
I
wanted to talk about. So I'm gonna start. This sounds really. What's a different word? Cheesy. Say that. It sounds really cheesy or fruity. Sounds really fruity. Could work. Can mean anything.
Don't know that you can say that anymore, but go ahead.
Come on, you can't own fruity. Come on.
I can think of some other words that people own.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Well, it's a little fruity, all right. But I'm gonna start writing in a journal, right? And apparently, if you write your dreams in your journal, the second you have them, even if you wake up at 3 a.m., you can learn to control them. And like people do it all the time. And a buddy of mine actually did it, and he said he could like do whatever he wanted in his dreams. And I want to start doing that for 30 days and see what happens. But he said it could also I've seen plenty of YouTube videos where they say it's like really scary in the beginning because you can't like control it that well, and usually you have like some fucking demon looking at you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But can you go through that to get to the pleasure?
Let me tell you, what kind of mattress are you doing that dreaming on?
What? Dude! No!
I know exactly where we're going.
Why are you changing the subject already? No. We're not. Nope, we're not going there yet.
Mattresses you can have the best dreams on.
Which one are we going with? There's
I
a
was
few.
gonna say, yeah, give me one, huh?
Sleep.
I was gonna go Sattva.
Oh,
I never heard
of that
avocado. That's a bed.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
I was thinking of Sleep Comfort.
Ooh. Yeah, that's out there. Nectar does a lot of podcast ads.
I can't wait to get my first sell today. Can't wait to get my first one, dude.
No, superior to all of them. Sattva, promo code HACK, 20% off.
Promo code Hecktic. I think I'm changing my studio name to Hecktic Studios. What do you think? What sounds better, Cue the Media or Hecktic Studios? Honestly.
I don't like Cue the Media.
I don't either.
I think people are going to misspell it way too often.
Cue the Media? Yeah, it's going to piss me off. I think Hecktic Studios. Well, Hecktic Studios is spelled wrong too. It'd be HECKTIC.
True.
Yeah.
But that flows more.
Yeah.
You know? That would be the name that would be the LLC that kind of encompasses like everything. It would own the podcast and the YouTube channels and everything. Yeah. So
yeah,
Hecktic Studios.
Hecktic Studios.
I'm on board with that. Even Hecktic Media, something like that.
Yeah, I think that sounds better. Damn, I've been wanting to use Cue the Media my whole life. I guess it's never going to come out.
That was just a childhood dream.
Maybe that could be like a content creating company.
You could use it for something else, potentially.
It just doesn't flow.
Cue the Media.
But my name is Q.
Cue the Lights could be the spin-off live performance
They're going to be spelling it like... Were you thinking about just like the letter Q?
You're good at this, dude. Yeah. So like you're queuing the media in your queue.
It could be a play on words like QUE. UE.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, when he
Okay.
starts
Yeah.
I
DJing,
think of that. It sounds a little bit better.
start DJing, cue the
Yeah,
music.
that could be your DJ show name.
That'll be my plug. You know how like every producer has a plug, like DJ Khaled. It's like DJ Khaled.
You got to come
Mine
up
would
with some
be
ad libs for it.
cue the media.
And I know that's
Cue
always
it
a
up.
segment
Cue
you
it.
wanted to have on here. So
Cue it up. What
ad
segment?
libs.
Oh, we never did that, bro.
No, he didn't.
Fuck.
Luke was supposed to be here for that shit.
Who? Oh,
What?
dude, that was so long ago. Let's do it right now.
Damn.
No, you have to write it.
Doing them ad libs.
Yeah, because if you do it on the screen, then you
we
see
can't,
it as you do
we
it.
can't see. You got to take it off of that screen.
Dude. So I just type it? Should I do it? Is
I
it
mean,
as
you
fun?
I don't know.
Let's try one and see if it's funny. If it's
Abs-
funny, we'll continue. If
You
it's
guys
not,
want to?
Have some AI pick some ad libs for us.
I don't know. We could sit here and do a crossword puzzle live. That
yeah,
always
people would
slaps.
fucking love that, right, guys?
You would be amazed
I might fucking leave.
at the
Yeah.
people.
And there's alcohol here. He's like,
and there's alcohol, and I'd still be
he's
leaving.
like, I'm gonna leave,
Hey man, the weather's not nice outside.
That ain't stopping me.
dude. I'm really feeling a burger.
And now time for an ad from
Butcher Box.
from NIT.
What's what we
I was gonna
haven't
go
used?
NHTSA, the National Highway Safety Traffic.
Do you think it is?
Safety
Do you think it's
Division.
weird to keep a journal?
No, not at all.
No, I wish I had the dedication.
Respect.
I've been through phases of my life.
I'm
where I
glad you
kept
guys said
one.
that.
I would love to
Phases.
keep journals so that someday I can sit down and write my memoirs. But I just know
Are you
that-
joking?
No, not
Okay, I was gonna say because I honestly think that's kind of cool.
not,
and I didn't wanna say that.
to say right.
And then you're like, fucking piece of shit.
The phrase "write my memoirs" is corny as hell, but I do think.
But yeah,
Every now and then I enjoy the act of sitting down and writing things out or doing it in
Right.
this form. Not that I think that me just sitting there regaling people with the story of my life would be interesting,
right.
but if ever it became interesting, it would have been neat to have been keeping notes.
I just hope nobody finds my dream journal. God, they're gonna.
Dude,
God.
I would love to
What
read
if the
through
Bible was just a dream journal?
Dude, lock it up in your spank bank and then they'll never find it.
Because like, could you imagine someone find that and being like, I don't know, some weird shit where like the weirdest shit happens
He's
in your
not-
dreams, bro.
A dream journal is actually a good idea because I
Inspired.
always forget those fuckers.
Dude, you
Yeah.
forget them fast, but the second
Just
you
like-
write them down and you force yourself to
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, you don't forget
So
it
then when
after
you're
that.
in your dream, you can control it. I have no idea how it works, but apparently also, if you really want to speed up the process, and if you want to look more like an idiot, you do reality checks in real life. So, like one of them is
top
like
that never
snapping your
stops.
fingers and Inception. Snapping your fingers. So like every hour you just snap your fingers and then also you plug your nose and blow out. So if you continue to do that and make a habit of it, you'll do it in your dream, but you'll actually blow out even though your nose is plugged and you'll be like, oh, I'm dreaming. Or you'll snap and you won't feel it or hear it and you'll be like, oh, I'm dreaming. Then you can be like, give me $1 billion and then it just
Interesting
fucking rains.
concept.
Yeah. It's gonna be wild. I'm gonna end up just farmer snotting on my girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah. God, could you imagine?
Make that
Could
the
you
habit.
imagine? That would be another funny bit, bro. If like for 5 minutes you just watch Brock playing Farm Sim, turns it off, good B-roll, you go into bed, you fall asleep, and you're like, ah. And then your dream is just you in the same exact position playing the same fucking game, no specialness at all.
I mean, don't tempt me to make that video because we
You
know
will.
that I have made videos of simulators that aren't simulators before. So that's not that far off from
Dude,
that.
I want to do that shit. I think that's so fun. I want to do that stuff. You have inspired me.
the
One
sim
promise-
that's not a sim, or
I haven't seen that one. I've seen your Bachelor one though.
oh no, there's one where I do lawn mowing sim. Only I had the drone follow me on an actual lawnmower.
Oh, I
and
saw
then
that.
yeah, and I just did the
Yeah.
layover, and then I did the
Yeah.
like I was streaming it.
That's featured in one of the shorts actually.
Oh,
on
yeah, it
YouTube.
is.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
like that.
It was a good time. It was a lot of fun. I should do more of it.
You should. You should do more of it. I gotta rechange.
My
the
favorite one
fucking-
of that ever, I think Chappelle Show did GTA.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the third person cam and
Oh wait,
jumping over shit.
did we get it? But how do I fill it in? Oh, I have to print it out. Yeah, guys, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
If you could eat anything right now, anything in the world, what would it be? Did you just go with some
I'm
dirty
not
ass
gonna
joke?
fucking say that.
Dude, who cares? We got a whip.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
sitting
fucking
here
say that.
going back and forth in my mind over what I would eat. I didn't even dawn on me what he was doing.
I know you're thinking of vagina, dude. If you were gonna die tonight, the last thing you want to eat is like you want to put in effort to eat your last meal, like,
And make it vagina. You're a fucking simp.
dude, no shot. I'm
But
getting
if you're
fucking
eating ass for your last meal,
Yeah, I
you're
was
a
gonna
fucking
say-
dog.
I feel like you're forgetting that I bit my tongue earlier. That would not work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the best.
crossing the juices, man. No,
That's not even close. I was just thinking of how much that would hurt on the tip of my tongue. But anyway,
all right. Anyway,
Damn.
real food. What do we want? I'm really feeling a burger right now with
burger.
an egg and an
Ooh.
onion ring on it.
ooh,
I'm making that. I think I'm making that tonight.
Yeah, no, that sounds.
I made my burger for the first time the other night, and the burgers. I don't know how they make their burgers in fucking restaurants and fast food because they're so fucking flat. My burger was like a ball, dude.
Yeah,
I
you
flattened
gotta
everything.
press. You gotta press them and sear them while you're cooking. It's not great. I like a round burger.
Yeah,
There's
I
nothing
mean, it
wrong
was
with
good.
those.
I like it thick, keep it juicy in the middle. I like the egg on it. That's always always
The runny,
good.
the runny egg. I like a messy sandwich, dude. I hope that was on camera.
I'm so pissed
I hope
off,
that.
dude.
Mark that. Where are we in the audio? 50 minutes. You just went cross-eyed, dude. You know, I just realized why they do that snap, but that snap.
Yeah,
that's,
you clap for sync.
it's for the audio.
Yeah.
I always questioned why they did that after, like, before recording everything.
Yeah, I've done that even just on things that I've done with two cameras. You just
Yeah.
do a little sync clap at the beginning. You get that
Yeah.
nice high peak. You get
I
that
started
real,
doing it. Yeah, it's
a
fucking
real
really
crisp
nice.
thing. Yeah,
It speeds up Premiere Pro's synchronization a lot quicker.
yeah. No, there's a method to the madness. What's really interesting is I'll do it and I'll have audio on an outside recorder and I'll actually run it into the camera so that the outside recorder is recording right to the camera. Then it's legitimately the same audio file all the way through. But that's a whole different animal.
But then that's good though, because that saves you post that.
Yeah, all the sounds pre-attached to the video. It's ready to rock and roll. And Tristan's looking at us like we're speaking a different language. And if you want to learn how to speak a
Tristan.
new language in as little as 2 hours a day, Babbel, Babble, select from hundreds of languages all over the world. Right now, get 6 months for the price of 3. Promo code Hecktic on Babbel.com.
Are you done?
Depends. You want to get paid?
Eventually, yeah.
You promised him 30 seconds. Your silence helped.
And have
True.
we even paid our respects to Honey,
Dude,
the browser extension that can save you
know
money?
How much money I've saved with Honey over the years?
Tell me
none.
more.
I've saved none.
Honestly, you get to checkout and it's like, would you like to autofill all these promo codes? And it searches the internet. And you know what? What's nice is sometimes you feel like you're helping the community. So when you use a great promo code like Hecktic over on Babbel.com,
You help me out.
Honey will save that and share it with the next people who come through to help them get the discounts as well. But
Does it do that?
legitimately, I have saved probably thousands of dollars with the autofill
I'm
promo
pretty
this
close
part
as
of the
well.
bit?
Yes.
No, this is a legitimate endorsement of Honey.
Really? I've
Yeah.
never had it. I guess I just.
I've had it save me $10 when I order Domino's.
Yeah, so easy.
I get
Just-
Domino's every Monday for
You'd
Bachelor.
be surprised how many different companies and websites have codes through
Yeah.
Honey, or that Honey can find and track down for you.
Yeah.
How do they make money? They don't have ads. They're free. Do companies pay them to give discounts?
We're not supposed to
mean-
speak about that in our ad read.
Yeah, we're not going to sit here and say, please install
My
this
bad.
browser extension so that we can track and sell all your data.
That might be what it is.
I
Okay.
guarantee that's what it is, but I don't care because them having my data is not. It doesn't fucking matter to me.
So you know
that.
that
Who
new
cares?
message you get every time you download a new app? It's like, should you let this app track you across platforms?
Yeah, I'm way too trusting.
I always hit allow because I used to advertise on Facebook a lot, and that fucked a lot of people over because, so like, originally if you were on Facebook, right, it tracked an impression. So like if you saw the ad,
Yeah.
if you stopped on the ad, it was a view. If you commented, liked, blah blah, it was an engagement. And then did you click the link, right? And then that's when you leave Facebook. Well, because before iPhone started giving you that message, it just tracked you automatically. So then I go to this website and then I know everything you do on that website. So did you add it to the cart? Did you do this? Did you purchase? And then they put that message out and everyone's like, no, don't track me. So now the only thing I see is you click the link. But if 1 million people click the link and 10 people purchase, well, then your fucking numbers aren't good. So it fucked everybody. So I always hit allow and I'm just like, hey, That's for you boys out there.
Listen, you guys get to see your conversion rate now.
Yeah, you can see even though I don't buy anything because I know what your ads are.
Even though I'm hurting it.
Yeah, even though I'm fucking it up. Unless it's a good ad. Sometimes I have bought things before because they've had such a good ad and a good website.
Yeah, I'll give them. I've been susceptible to the ads, but if you want to turn tracking off, you want people not to be able to see what you're doing online.
Dude, they're too seamless. I don't even know they're coming.
He's fucking
I was
good.
literally like fucking bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, waiting for you to tell me what you were gonna say.
Ready for me to tell you about how
please.
great it is to have NordVPN on all your devices?
Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah, I mean, you even have geo-locked things on like Netflix. You know the UK gets things on Netflix before we do?
Do they really?
NordVPN,
Bullshit.
you change that location, you get UK Netflix. You can get Spanish Netflix, not like in Spanish, but like from Spain.
Not like in Spanish, but like from Spain.
From Spain.
It is Spanish, but it doesn't speak Spanish.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
That's the both
But all that
worlds.
content that's out there, plus obviously you don't want people tracking your data, knowing you're online. You're using public Wi-Fi. You want that additional security. Promo code Hecktic at nordvpn.com.
That's why I use NordVPN.
I use ExpressVPN, but it's really not important.
You're not allowed to say that name
Yeah, that's off.
in the ad read.
I like
Out of
how every
pocket.
time we do one of these ads, we mention all of the competitors.
Yeah,
And we
all of them at
also
once. Because
mention all the downfalls of them.
it's
but
great
yes.
marketing because the first company to pay for us will stop mentioning the other ones. So
Insert
Yup,
your
true.
VPN service here.
this is actually an ad read for us. We
I've
are
been
ad
saying
reading
this
ourselves.
from day one.
Yeah, I
and you
dropped
have
the ball.
hated it the
I
whole
dropped the
time.
ball. I don't hate it. I just get so infuriated about how seamless it is. Like truly.
Yeah, you never see it coming.
I don't. Dude, I'm there like, tell me,
When
please.
I catch him, I just watch you. I just
You're
wait
a dick,
wait
dude.
to see your reaction.
The best one was when the first time where you guys just kept doing it, and then I started catching on, and then he goes, "What, the Banglers?" And I was like, "Don't worry about him. He's from Panama." And
Yeah.
he's like, "Do you want to learn another language?" I was like, "God damn it!" It was so perfect. It really was.
You'd see him coming better if your
Miguel, I hope you're watching, buddy.
Yeah. You think he'd see him coming better if his eyes weren't strained from all that blue light all day?
Yeah, I probably would. How can I fix that?
Well, you can get yourself a
shit,
stylish pair of blue light filtering glasses to help keep those harmful blue light rays out while you're staring at your screen at work all day. Felix Gray, phenomenal blue light blocking glasses or movement. They also make the Ever Scrolls, and
Name
that's
them all.
what I have personally.
First come, first serve.
Those are the ones that I personally endorse. I like them a lot.
Wait, movement?
Movement,
Do you-
MVMT. They make the watches.
So they make blue light now.
They make blue
Are
light
they
ones.
expensive?
I think I paid like $50-$60. I used a promo code from a
That's
different
okay.
podcast to save some money,
Oh.
and also the Honey browser extension.
Oh.
Yep.
Do
But yeah,
they?
I have two pair. I have one for work and one for home.
Do you feel a difference?
I
I
get
do.
with the amount of
Do you?
concussions I've had in my life, I get the fluorescence fuck with me. That's why the ones above my desk at work are unscrewed. But I'll notice towards the end of an afternoon, I'll start to get a headache. If I put them on, it kind
Yeah.
of helps. Or if I come in the morning, I didn't get
Yeah.
a great night of sleep.
Yeah.
Shout out Satva. And I have a little bit of that type of a headache roll. And if I put those on, it doesn't get progressively worse. So I like them. I just forget to wear them.
So I think the biggest thing I like about them is I don't have to commit to glasses. Does anyone else feel that? Like you can put glasses on and look like a fucking
Oh, yeah.
Harry Potter. And you're
I
like,
like-
dude, I'm a sexy motherfucker. But then you're like, all right, I don't want to wear these anymore. And you don't have to because you don't have to wear the glasses.
Right.
That's my favorite part about
Yeah,
them.
I'll put them on. People are like, I didn't know you wore glasses. Do you normally have contacts in? No, I have
Yeah.
phenomenal vision.
Right.
This is
They're
just
just
for the
blue light.
screen. This is
Well, you
this
look
is-
good in them.
Actually, these don't even have lenses. It's just for the style.
Just
My
for-
biggest problem is I'll have those on and I'll feel the glasses on, and then I'll got to walk out on the shop floor and I'll forget that I didn't put my safety glasses on
Oh
instead.
yeah, that makes sense.
And I looked up blue light blocking safety glasses. I bought a reasonably priced pair, and they are shit. So
I was gonna say that's definitely
tough.
a niched down. Because how many people like
yeah,
are
the
working
computer all day
but-
and need
and
safety
computer,
glasses. Yeah.
Pretty sick fucking job.
The
I
thing
see why you
people-
like your job
the
now.
thing people don't realize, those blue light's harmful to everybody. It's in everything we do. All the more reason to go pick yourself up a pair.
MVMT code Hecktic. I'm not very good at this. Maybe I should start fucking practicing.
It's so I used to play a
Because
game.
I'm gonna actually have to do them.
Yeah, I used to play a game that was really fun, and it's stupid. But you ever do like
Getting a FaceTime.
They call it like either front cell or back cell on our, like, think of old drive time radio before they're going to play a song and they're like, don't forget after 7, if you're the 7th caller after 8 a.m. you win free tickets to the monster truck show at the county fair. So sometimes if I'm on a long car ride and I'm just listening to music off my phone, I'll do little front cells during the intro, and you kind of try and work that timing in and make up little things as you go along. And it's a fun way to get in the practice of flowing in and out of things.
Right. You know what I think would be a lot of fun to do with you? Improv. I think I'd have a lot of fun doing improv with you because I think you would. I have a hard time telling people that. I really want to take improv because I want to be funnier and I want to be wittier. But I feel like a lot of people will either be shy or won't commit to it fully because they'll feel like this is stupid and this is fruity. So I feel like if I did that with you, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
The most fun time, I think so. I'd love to do it. It's
I
one of
wanna do it
the
so
only
bad.
time I really get into it is I think we did it on the last episode with conspiracy theory people, because it's so much fun when they spit one out to be like, oh, what's the old stereotype of improv is yes and?
Yes, and?
Oh, yeah. Hey, did you hear there's lizard people running the government?
Yeah.
Yes. And they're controlled by the Nazis who live on the moon. And the fun
And
part
I
about
heard the Nazis on the moon. See, I can't even think of something.
yeah. And see, the
I'm
thing
bad
in
at it.
improv, you practice that yes and back and forth. Conspiracy theory people agree with you and it because they can never go, whoa, dude, that's too far. Because
They'll
once
keep going.
once you start drawing that line, listen, if you draw the line at Nazis on the moon, then we got to start really examining the lizard people running the government. They don't want to
Exactly.
do that, so they're never going to
Exactly.
doubt the next thing. So it's a really
Exactly.
fun group of people to get into it with.
I think is the hardest conspiracy theory I have to agree with because I think the aliens cannot be reptiles, quotation marks for people listening, because reptiles are really fucking stupid. Like they might look like a reptile, but they're not. But a reptile's brain is so underdeveloped that is this food or not? And that's it. That's all alligators think about. That's all snakes think about.
Well, now you say that, but I think part of the reptilian brain issue is the cold-blooded part of it. They have to spend so much time manually regulating temperature. Now, if you had an alien breed of
this an
reptiles
ad?
like we do, no.
I can't even tell anymore. All right, continue.
The whole thing is an ad. That's the secret. It's an ad for next week's episode. If you think about it, okay, now we have a reptilian thing. They don't need to spend as much time in the sun. They're out in space. They're getting that radiation unfiltered. They can regulate their body heat without putting so much time and thought into it. Maybe their brain can develop in a different way.
Shit, dude. I didn't think about
I don't
that.
know if the science on that checks out
But it's fun to do
at
that,
all.
though.
But you say it with enough confidence and you
People
just start
believe
rolling. My girlfriend to this day mentions that I will say things like that with such confidence.
Mm-hmm.
She claims she's better at it now. I don't know if it's always true. Where I will just make some shit up.
And just say it with confidence.
And
People
just
like,
leave it.
damn, dude, that's legit.
The fun part of it is if you say it, you just let it hang there.
Don't say
You don't
anything.
force it. Just be like, oh yeah, no.
Yeah. Dude, the strongest thing you could possibly do is silence.
I'm bad at that.
I'm so fucking bad at it. Like when someone calls your name,
This man, master.
he's pretty fucking good at it.
In
If someone
what
calls,
sense?
huh? It shows. Damn it! You and the fucking mic. No,
He's just sneaking it off to the side.
yeah,
a
he's
little
like,
bit.
yeah, and then
We just got to heat us up a little bit. So
it just apparently it shows intelligence, like psychologically, which then in turn makes you the alpha of the room. It's like if you were to call my name and I go, yo, what's up? And I like turn my body to you, it gives a sign of like, now we're all going to pay attention to it, which is kind of annoying. But it tells me that whatever you say, I listen to. But if you were like, yo, Quinton, and I was like, and slowly turn to you, it gives the impression of, oh, well, maybe I should be listening to him. I saw that on the reel today.
Well,
I've never thought of it that way
If you
either.
think of it in
Yeah.
economic principles, you create a demand. If the supply, your attention is the commodity.
Big commodity.
If
these
the
days.
supply is readily available, it's worth less. If there's a scarcity of it,
That's
it's
a-
difficult to obtain.
That's a really
it's worth
fucking good
more.
way to put that.
Never thought about it in that sense.
Yeah. I just want your attention. That's what we're doing right now, is trying to get attention.
Yeah, we're all doing this for attention. Like that's the whole thing.
Why else? It's hard to say, dude.
Can we clip that sound?
That's a good ad lib right there.
Clip it. I'm clipping you saying, "Can we clip that sound?" That's going in the podcast. That's going in the intro. with
That's
some
right up there
reverb.
with look that up, Jamie.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Wait, what were we just talking about before you go?
Your attention.
Attention. That's all we want is attention. You know?
Yeah.
That's why I get so pissed when girls are like, I'm not posting this bikini picture for attention. But bear with me, everyone, all the women who just got pissed and said I'm controlling. I know somebody out there did. All of the women that said that, 1 second. I don't think you should have an issue with that. But I think any post that you put out is for attention.
Right, on social
Anything
media.
you put
Absolutely.
out for social media's attention. Even if you if you only follow your family and you put out a post just for your grandma, you're looking for your grandma's attention.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If you weren't looking for attention at all, you wouldn't have any social media besides Snapchat maybe. And even that's for attention.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
Everything's attention, which is why the short form content is so fucking good now because it keeps your attention for hours.
Right. That's like the driver for social media nowadays is the short attention span type shit.
Right. But I will say it goes both ways because, like, for example, like this podcast doesn't get a lot of attention, but I have fun doing it. Yet. Right. But I have fun doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like even if I had 50 people who listened, thank you for the 50 people who listened. I actually really appreciate it. I would probably still do it for years to come because it's so much fun to do this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I'd probably still make videos even if nobody watches them because it's fun to do that.
So you don't think you'd give up in like say 3 years from now you're still getting like 80 views?
No, I don't because that's the thing is
I respect that.
because you have to be a lot of people in today's society. Everybody wants attention. Everybody wants to be famous. Everyone wants to be this, and I do too. I want to be famous, but if you don't truly like love what you're doing, you're gonna burn out.
You're gonna
if
burn
you're
out
just
real
doing it for
fast.
attention, you're gonna burn out.
Yeah,
you
you
know
need
what
to
I
have
mean?
some sort of passion for whatever you're doing.
Right, which is what's the statistic? How many people quit podcasting after what episode?
I have no idea, but it's like the most, like if you do a scatter chart or a scatter plot of how many
It's like 9
episodes
or
a podcast
Right.
lasts, like it's less than 5 is just
because
a
people
wall.
start the podcast for attention, and then that's it.
It's like, whoa, this is a lot of. I think
It's
a lot
of work.
I think a lot of people also look at it as, oh, we're just going to sit down and have a conversation.
cold,
Like it's real easy. Let's just sit down. We'll turn the mics on. We'll have a chat, and that's a great idea. And this is why it's Quinton's podcast. Is when the mics turn off, he's got 6 more hours ahead of him to make the podcast happen.
true.
And then I think people go, well, we don't have to spend that much time on it. We'll just put it out. And then like, oh, well, that looks like shit. And it's like,
Right.
oh, so you mean this whole sit down and just have a conversation, which is what Tristan and I get to do, is super nice, but actually producing it into a podcast requires a lot of effort. And
That's why the first person that hopefully by the end of the year that I hire is a video editor for only the podcast. So they'll edit because that's boring. There's no, like if I go edit a video of you remaking The Bachelor, that's fun. It's like funny. Let's make this funny. But the podcast is just like, I got to change a camera view when someone's talking. You know what I mean?
and it's a conversation you already had.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's like, why the fuck do I care? I don't want to watch it again.
I'm bored by doing a lot of video editing. That's just video, the adding the effects, the doing that stuff is fun. But I think of even like when I go and I go spend a day like I did a couple weeks ago hiking, and I bring the drones and I bring the stuff and I take all that footage. It's like, well, this was really pretty when I filmed it, but I know how this movie ends.
Right.
There's no point in it for me. So even if it were someone who wasn't here editing it, at least they're gonna watch it and they're gonna be like, all right, I gotta keep my finger on that button to tag these sound bites and tag this stuff, and they're listening attentively, and you're kind of kicked back because you're like, I don't need to be all that attentive. I know, I remember this conversation. I'm not paying attention to the details, and then maybe you miss those little nuggets.
That's why I think, like, I don't think it's really. I think the attention just comes. You know what I mean? If I don't truly love podcasting, then I won't do it for the rest of the year. You know what I mean? Which we'll see. If I don't truly love YouTube, then I'll quit at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if 5 years goes by and I don't truly love it, then I'm over it. But if I truly love it, I would do it no matter what.
Yeah. Whether you're making money or not.
Mr. Beast doesn't care about how many people, like he does, but his main thing is he just wants to make the best YouTube video. He doesn't care about.
Yeah, and on that, what I wanted to ask you even before you said that is, do you think it helps or hurts that mission to keep an eye on the views? If you had the option to turn the views off and go, this could be getting 10, it could be getting 10,000, it could be getting 10 million.
I just don't know.
It doesn't matter. I'm doing it for the process, as opposed to what it is now where you can see that number and you're keeping an eye on it because you want it You want it to go up. You want it to go up. How many people do you think, if you're like, you don't get to see the numbers until a year, would stick with it longer? Because I think everybody expects it to pop after 2 episodes.
I would completely do that. I would probably do that for 2 years. But if I had the option to turn it off, honestly, I probably wouldn't. Because even though I love that, I'm still a human being and I still love attention.
Yeah. I guess my thought is you'd see a bigger crash, because you get people like, all right, we haven't seen the views in a few years. Yeah, the first 10 were going to be crappy, but we got to be up to like 1,000 listeners by now, right?
Yeah.
And then you turn it and it's 200.
And then you're like, oh,
it's
fuck
50.
It. And then that's when you find that they should do that.
And then you just get so disheartened by it. Whereas but at least you got a year into it, and now maybe you've fallen in love with the process and you enjoy doing it for it. Whereas I think now you get to that 9 number and it's like, we're 9-10 episodes into this and it's still at 12. What's the fucking point?
But
I'm
it weans out those people that truly don't like doing it. Well, they do, but for just a moment, it weans them out. You know what I mean?
It's the Schrodinger's cat of shitty podcasts. If you can't see the single digit views, maybe you're popular.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know if it's a success or not until you look at that view number.
True.
In my mind, there's 10,000 people watching this right now.
That's all I give a fuck about.
Yeah.
You know?
Actually, in my mind, there's 0, and that's who I do it for.
Yeah. I still tell myself every time I turn these mics on, this is for nobody. It's just because I like doing this. But in reality, we're actually starting to get a lot of people who watch this. People are starting to comment that we don't know. Fucking people we don't know are commenting on the videos at this point.
Yeah, there's
it's been 3 months.
There's that guy who liked my suit.
Yeah.
Do you know who that was?
No, no clue.
Interesting.
But shout out to you, dude.
Yeah, shout out to Jeff.
We didn't even have it. We had some fucking technical difficulties last week. We didn't even get a good angle on it.
Yeah, see that's the other thing is, like, if you truly love something and you're not good at it, but you love it and you keep doing, you'll get better. You know what I mean? Look where I keep sucking this dude off, but look where that guy fucking started. He was almost like he had autism. He couldn't be social with people, and now he has 150 fucking million people that subscribe to him.
And I think
that's practice.
Yeah, I think there's so much, and obviously there's 1.5 million, TikTok, Instagram reel sounds of things like, you got to be okay to being bad at something, because everybody's bad at it. Nobody starts out as a professional, and you figure out that process.
Right.
And it's true, but also at the same time, I think you have to operate with that mindset. Like you just said, this right here, this is for nobody.
Nobody.
The process is for nobody. In a weird way, maybe this is for nobody, but the work you put in when the camera's turned off, that's for somebody.
Right.
And that's, I don't know, that's where I kind of draw that line, is this is, and it's that same thing, is this is fun.
The editing.
It doesn't turn like, it doesn't, once the camera turns off, it turns into work, and now it's for someone else.
Yeah. I mean, this really all started just from literally me, Tristan, and Luke used to just talk like this. And we are like, dude, let's just fucking do it. And I was fucking K'd up.
Yeah, fucking Kratom dream, baby.
Bought the podcast equipment right then and there. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of posting a video every fucking year. I'm doing this shit. And we're still doing it. So.
And I think that's how, what you just described, like I said, I think that's those podcasts that die out after 10. It's the amount I've seen podcasts with guys, friends or people I knew from college or whatever. They start a podcast and they throw an iPhone on the table and turn on the voice recorder.
Yeah.
And then they put their other buddy's iPhone propped up across the room, and that's the video, and that's how they do it. It's like,
could be better.
You're not, it's gonna be shit.
Right.
And you're gonna get frustrated and you're gonna quit. You have to invest
money
a little bit. You have to make it look good enough that you're like, oh, there's something here. Okay, all right, we can work with this.
I was just gonna ask you a question too, you motherfucker.
I think when you look at those products, it's like we're miles and miles away from where we need to be.
Even us here is miles and miles.
But I think it's on the board. The video setup maybe not flawless, but the audio's not bad.
Right, but I could. So people always say this, and this is the one big thing I disagree with the content world, where just go out and do it. Like, you could do it with your phone, or you could do it with any camera. I don't think that. I would not still be here today if I didn't put $1,000 on this audio. I would not be recording on my iPhone.
You have to.
You know what I mean?
You have to invest enough that for me, it's always that the goal is visible.
Right.
And we've talked about that too, where, years and years ago, the threshold to entry to do something like this, you needed to pay for radio studio time or something like that in order to do it. It's a lot easier to get into it now. It's expensive to do it great, but
you can start though.
But you can start.
Right.
There isn't one $10,000 microphone on the market.
Yeah.
And that's the only, you need that one or you can't. Now it's like, yeah, all right.
It's $80.
You can spend $400 on the SM7B and look like Joe Rogan talking into that nice mic, but you don't need to get close enough. And I feel like you at least need to get to that point where it's like, all right, here's the next thing I need to make this better, rather than holy shit, we need to do all this to make this. Period. You need room for improvement is good. Necessity to just sheer existence is impossible.
Right. But the way I learned that was, if anybody gives a fuck, was I bought my first camera was like freshman or sophomore year, doesn't matter. And it was when I was on my whole credit card fiasco when I was like, oh, it's free money, Bought a fucking piano, bought all this shit. But I bought that camera, used it for like 2 weeks, and I was like, it was a Nikon D3500, which
we talked about same starter.
And I was just like, maybe I just don't like photography because this is boring. Then a year goes by, and I was like, oh, I got a paycheck. Let's buy this one. And the second I bought that camera, I haven't fucking put it down because it actually it wasn't a $200 camera. It was like an $800 camera, which is still more expensive, but it's the investment you got to put down to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's it's like, you can spend $200 for, if I charge you $200 a French fry or $300 for a full Big Mac meal, the $200 is money spent, but
you might as well buy the fucking Big Mac.
Hey, I got McDonald's, but no, you didn't.
No.
Speaking of that, what's wild? I think I paid like $300 for my D3500.
Yeah.
I sold it for over $600.
Really?
The price on eBay when I sold those was like triple.
So you're telling me I should sell mine?
Go take a peek on eBay at some point, because for whatever reason the number was just insane to me.
That's the other thing is like I'm gonna ask you a question here, Tristan. I know you're kind of flatlining here. You're dying on us. Damn it! Fuck. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Completely gone. Something about Nikon. Something about Nikon. Oh, so I will never use that camera again. Unless maybe I make a video about it and be like, oh, $300 camera does this, But other than that, I'm never going to use it, but I can't give it away because it was my first camera. I'll be 50 years old and I won't sell that thing because I'm fucking attached to it. I'm a hoarder.
Too sentimental towards
I am. I'm sentimental.
Objects.
Have I told you that?
Oh, yeah. No, we've been over that. Okay. There was a pumpkin that had been here for 6 months the first time I was in here. I couldn't get rid of it
because it was such a good memory in my brain and I felt bad for the pumpkin. Someone threw him away, by the way, so...
Someone threw that thing out?
Yeah, if I find
on the curb.
Probably can't say that, but
yeah.
Anyway, continue. Sorry.
So I feel the same way. I always regret getting rid of things later, but at the same time, it's like I need to sell this because I need the cash. Because I can't look at it and go like, all right, I'll tell you, if it had been what I paid for it when I looked up the prices of them on eBay, I'd still have it. But I looked up the prices on eBay. It's like, yeah, I can't justify it. That is an expensive thing.
Like
to just
I'm already thinking about having to sell that monitor because I need I don't need a 4K one, but I would like to upgrade. And I'm like,
I know.
I can't keep. What am I gonna fucking do with that monitor?
And that's it. I'm in the same. I have the same monitor.
I keep it, but
I have two of them, and I look at it, and I love them.
I almost cried the other day because my old mouse. He just sits there. He doesn't get used anymore.
Dude,
poor old mouse.
I have those same monitors. I have the same thing. I want to go to 4K, but my problem is I need two of them, and I don't feel like dropping $800.
Yeah, that's
and like the thing is like they're not. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just not 4K. My timeline render in DaVinci is only 1080. Yeah. I don't need 4K until I export.
Exactly.
So who cares? Actually, I think I set my playback to 720, so it runs faster.
But we want it.
I don't need 4K on here.
Yeah. I know it's not. Honestly, I don't think it's really about the 4K. I think it's more the color when you're editing. But I'm not even that good at the color yet, so it doesn't even fucking matter.
Yeah, and there's ways around that too. Like I've always thought about that too. If I'm color grading on my monitor and I have my blue light turned way the fuck down, how well am I color grading?
Right. How well are you color grading?
Or have my movement ever scrolls on. You never know.
Right. So if anyone's listening, take this as a summary. Put a decent investment into. If you want to do anything creative, put a decent investment. Don't buy something cheap and shitty, because I did that. Wasn't good. Don't buy something super fucking expensive, but buy something that has a decent investment in it.
And
That's what I would say.
And it forces you to do it too. It's the same thing when you talk to people who gamble. It's like, all right, you have millions of dollars.
Right.
Why are you betting $500,000 on a game?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because yeah, it's about the thrill and it's the fun of the game. It's whatever. But if I put $5 down and I lose, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
And that's it's like it's the winning of the money is cool, but it's that fear of the sting.
Yeah.
When you lose, it's like I got to put enough money to make it sting when I lose.
I'm making a video about that right now. Actually, it's called Moments. It's coming out, and it's about. It sounds cheesy, but I'm trying to make it like real cinematic, and it's about hunting and why. And because it's kind of like a story of me. My buddy took me hunting, and I was like, "This is stupid. Why am I up this early? Why am I up at 4 a.m.? Why am I sitting in water?" And then we got the kill, and we ate it, and then it like all made sense to me. And I'm trying to portray that to other people. It's not about that moment. It's about the journey that made that moment. Without the journey, there is no moment. So I'm trying to make a video about that. So it's kind of weird that you brought that up.
It's
And ChatGPT wrote my script for it too.
And the weirdest and the crazy part about that, and like you just said, it's not even so much the journey. It's almost retroactively. That moment at the beginning, there was no journey to get to the start point.
Right.
But the start point didn't mean shit until the end.
Mm-hmm.
And in retrospect, now that I've reached the end, I can look back at those beginning points.
Yeah.
And they have this whole new meaning to them. It's like, oh shit, dude, look back. It's like when you go on a hike, and especially ones like if you're in a national park and you're going up this mountain, and I think there's one in Zion where you're going up and it's this winding trail in this like crevasse, and you're like, Jesus, dude, this is just so freaking boring. And then you get out to the top and you look back at where you started. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah. And then it's like,
way down there.
Yeah. That makes me want to go hiking. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yo, you guys got to come down to Charleston, man. You do. You really do. You gonna do it? I know Tristan will.
I plan on going there again.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's harder to get you out.
It's tough to get me out of the house.
Get the fuck out of the house.
Doing this podcast every week has been a fucking... It's been a big deal.
Well, what are you going to do when I'm gone? You going to miss it?
I was thinking about that today, actually, because I'm looking at the calendar, and I've got a trip coming up. It's the same week you leave. I'm heading...
That'll be nice, though.
Across the pond for a few days, and...
Dude's going to Italy. Wait, you have your passport?
Oh, yeah.
You've had it for a while?
Yeah.
I think everyone should get their... I think everybody should get their passport.
It's 10
Do you have
years.
yours?
Not yet, no.
You should get your passport. I like how you said that.
to.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You should get that.
It's 10 years. It's not crazy expensive. It's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it
it's
almost
easy.
makes you leave. And I think everybody should leave the country. It blows my mind the percentage of people in America that will never leave America. It blows my mind the percentage of people who...
don't leave their state, never travel 500 miles from home. I mean, I see that one all the time. Like,
I think you should, even if it's just Canada.
And see, I haven't been out of the country much. I'll admit that I am
We gotta go.
way behind where I want to go. I mean, I went to the Dominican. I've been through Canada.
that's leaving
things
the
like
country,
that.
isn't it?
I know,
I was
but
about to say.
like to go to a resort and sit on a beach for a week. It's like, doesn't
I see
count.
what you're saying.
This is
I'm in
gonna
the
be-
same boat.
I mean, this is going to be a different one for me. I mean, we're going.
That's gonna
we're
be
leaving the
fucking sick, dude.
continent.
Yeah.
That's a first for me. So that's exciting.
It's a cool brag to be like, oh, I'm a sailor. I've been to like 29 countries, but like I really haven't
I don't.
been anywhere.
You had that fun bar in Djibouti.
Yeah, that was a lot. But again, that was a
What
lot of
happened
fun.
in Djibouti?
What?
What happened in Djibouti?
You know what happened in Djibouti?
Oh wait, yeah, I think I remember
He
now.
hired like half a
The
dozen
hookers.
whores.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but yeah,
It's all right. I'm not ashamed of it. It was a common misconception.
You told the story on here. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not new to everybody. We know you're all recurring listeners.
Right. They're
not
probably
just
listening.
random clicks. No.
No, of course
Yeah.
not. But I don't know. I totally forgot where.
Well, and I think-
yeah, like I want to I'm trying to plan a
Well, we got a trip to Iceland.
I'm planning a trip right now to go. I want to go somewhere that like people don't go. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to go to. It's hard to explain. Like I want to actually
Yeah, I don't want to
travel.
Yeah,
I
you
want
don't
to
wanna-
be lost. I want to be worried that I'm lost. You know what I mean?
I kind of want that feeling more than just going to a resort too.
Because like, think about it. You come back and they're like, oh, how was your vacation? Just like, oh, it's cool. You know, I flew. This guy picked me up, went to the resort, and I stayed at the resort for 7 days.
Like, yeah, cool. Everything went as planned.
Yeah, but
What's
if
so
you're
fun
like,
about that?
yeah, dude, we landed in San Jose, Costa Rica. We didn't know how to get to the thing, so we paid this dude 50 fucking what the fuck do they use in there? 50 rupee rules, whatever they use.
Yeah.
And he drove us there. He was drinking in the car, and then we got lost. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, that's a sick story. I want that.
Right.
It's all about
I think the biggest thing that prevents me from doing that, in addition to all the other things that prevent me from doing things, but the reason that my mind will never let me make that plan even is the language.
Dude,
Yeah, I suffer in that area.
brings up a good topic. I have actually been studying religiously French on Duolingo. So use code Hecktic.
God, we already did Babel. Come on!
My bad.
No, you're fine.
I have been using Duolingo.
You
though.
have been dropping French. I know that. We talked about that.
Oh, fuck. We talked about that too.
Can you give me a little phrase in French since you've been studying so much?
Enchanté. Je m'appelle Quinton.
Oh, damn.
Fuck.
Tu marries mon pote.
Je m'appelle Quinton. Ça va bien. Comment ça va?
That was pretty good.
Ça va bien. Ça va mon.
Comme ci, comme ça.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Tu marries mon. Tu marries mon putain. Something like that. Your mom's a dirty whore. Something like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I gotta
Fermez la
remember
bouche.
that.
Shut your fucking mouth. Fermez la bouche.
Ça fait combien?
Ça va comment bien.
I
Good.
think
Something
that's-
good.
How much does it cost? Remember that one?
Shit.
No, it's cool. But everyone speaks English, dude.
Favorite French one?
That can't stop you from going anywhere.
Pomme de terre.
I like poisson.
Poisson's good.
The poisson.
So, are you? So, Poisson d'avril is
D'avril.
April Fool's Day, but it's April Fish Day, and you just basically hide fish.
Ah.
Yeah, paper ones.
Fools.
Yeah, Poisson d'avril. No, it was
I like
pomme de terre. Literally means apple of earth, and it's the word for potato.
Oh, I remember that
like
actually.
one.
Yeah.
It's a good friend. It's one
But
of my favorites.
yeah, I took Latin in high school because
I'm
I never thought I'd
jealous.
leave the country.
I mean, I'm jealous.
No.
It's not one I'd like to know to speak because obviously it's impractical as fuck. But
Yeah.
I like Latin.
I took it because it sounded cool.
Yeah.
Then it turns out I fucking travel for a living, and it would be really nice to know Spanish.
Well, you know what they say. If you know Latin, you know like 30 languages.
They keep saying that, and I don't know any languages
They
besides
also say
Latin.
there's a right and a wrong way to mispronounce Latin.
What is it? What?
There's a right. I think it's about ancient Latin. That there's a right and a wrong way to
Oh.
mispronounce ancient Latin.
Don't get me started. When I
We're
think
doing-
about Latin, it reminds me of the old church days where they just fucking
Yeah.
read Latin.
So is it Macedonian or Macedonian? Do the hard C or the soft C?
I think it's Macedonian, but
See, I think that's the modern pronunciation.
Is
I think
it?
back in the time of Alexander, they went with the hard C.
Ecce Ramonis sextus et But then they're like, oh, but you can't read it because it's a dead language. And I'm like, what did I just say? Like, what did I just? I learned to read it, write it, and say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead languages are weird because like I think there's a threshold where like has to be so many. If there's no native first language speakers of it, it's dead.
That makes sense. So it's more like a definition,
Because like I had a friend in college who spoke Assyrian,
and it's like, what the fuck?
which is dead.
Yeah.
And actually, according to a lot of,
Did you know
it's the second
also-
time I've mentioned Assyria.
Also on Duolingo, they have Klingon and like
I-
other languages
I
that are.
did know that because I started learning High Valerian.
What's that one? Oh, I saw that one.
From Game of Thrones.
Oh, dude, I gotta
Yeah,
watch that show.
Yeah.
Have you watched Game of Thrones?
I
wake the
haven't.
fuck up.
No,
you
I
drunk
haven't.
Fuck. Are you drunk or just tired?
A little bit of both.
Figured.
I loved Game of Thrones. I
Should I watch it?
Would you recommend
Yes.
that to a friend?
Yes.
Have you watched the new one, House of Dragons?
Yes, I watched that one. I kept up in real time with that one.
Mm.
Every Sunday night had that one penciled in. No, and I will say this. I am in the boat of people who are like, it was great. The last season ruined it. And it did leave a bad taste in my mouth. So for me to be like, no, I love Game of Thrones is tough now.
Right.
But if someone's like, do you recommend I watch it? It's like, absolutely. Because it will give you 300 fucking hours of amazing
Fuck.
shit.
That's
and
a
then it's
long
like,
ass show.
you get to the last season and it's like,
See, I think what's good though is because I've listened to everyone rant about it. I think I will over expect something and actually be subtly okay.
and
the
I
ending.
think there's that, and it's like, well, people who watch it now have heard how shitty it was. Is it going to ruin it? Is it going to make it better? It's like, forget about it.
Just watch.
It was like 2 years between season 7 and season 8, anyway. And in those 2 years, all anyone talked about how great it was, and then they dropped 6 episodes, and now it's a terrible show. Bullshit.
That's crazy.
It's
Actually.
great. They had a decade where it was fan-fucking-tastic. So if you think about it that way, it's like if you're just getting into it, you have a decade's worth of a blockbuster monster television show before anyone had any complaints.
Yeah, it's enough of a reason to sell it to me. Would you recommend me watching it without watching the final season? Or do you think it would still complete the sequence just to get it in?
I could tell you no, but you will get to the end of the second to last one, and you'll have to
craving
know
more, right?
Yeah, and that
Absolutely.
was I think that was the biggest thing. It was not a good conclusion by any means. It probably wasn't the
Everyone
worst.
was waiting for it.
But I think because of the fact that everybody had a decade invested into it and the expectations were so high, like how are you possibly going to end this shit? And then it fell short. Like it's a C. But when your standard is an A+, if you got a C after getting, B's
C's good for me.
your entire, you got a C on the exam while riding a B- in the whole semester, it's fine.
Yeah.
When you're a 4.0 student and you bomb your last final,
it's not good.
and bombing is a C+,
Yeah.
you still passed. You got your degree. You got the fuck out. But when you're rocking that 4.0,
Yeah.
it's tough. And I think that's what it suffered from a little bit. It was a victim of its own success in the end. But
That's how I was in high school. I was a big 5.0 guy in high school.
oh yeah, see, that's not real.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But and then I got to
Inflation,
college, and then 2.2.
Hell yeah,
Hey, nothing to be ashamed of.
dude. I wish mine had something in front of the point.
Oh, fuck.
Did So is that what you're watching right now? is that still playing? House of
House
Dragon?
of Dragon? No, that finished up. I think over the
Did
summer.
they just come out with a new one? I just watched a podcast they were talking about. Maybe they just watched it or something.
Maybe they were just rewatching. I don't think
What
the
do
new
you-
season's out
What
yet.
are you watching right now? Let's ask Tristan because he's fucking quiet as shit.
What if I told you that I am not watching anything?
Well, fucking watch One Punch Man.
I've already seen One Punch Man.
Fucking
Have you
great.
seen it?
I'm watching it right now.
Give me your full review on Parasite live
Dude,
on cam.
On Parasite? Well, that sucks because it doesn't talk. It probably leaves Brock out of it.
I can take a backseat for a little bit here.
I was worried about.
No, it's
Brock.
fine. I shut the mic off.
Wow.
I thought Parasite was okay. For anyone listening, people probably don't know me as an anime guy, but unfortunately, no, fuck that. Fortunately,
wow.
I've been really getting into anime, and I think it's because if you get past the weird noises, I think the story is fucking good.
If you can get around the corny ass
So like the-
comic relief in the shows.
Things you can use to describe my sex life or anime.
Okay, yeah. Or the over-explaining of like someone's powers. It's like,
Yeah, that shit
oh
does
no,
get
he just
annoying.
rubbed his knuckles together, which means I can't hit him in the chest or something.
This
it's like, all right,
continues to be accurate for both.
Brock, turn your mic back off. But once you get past that, anime is really good. All right, so go ahead and make fun of me if you want. But Parasite, it was good, dude. But it's at the bottom of my list, to be honest.
Wow,
it
dude.
was weird. The parasite sounded like a chick, and he kept saying he. I was like, what? This is fucking weird, dude. And then the ending doesn't make sense. The parasite just
Fuck
disappears.
that ending. I did not like the ending one bit.
Is Jar Jar
Personally.
Binks a male or female?
Dude, that's like exactly what the
Great
parasite reminds me
fucking
of.
question.
Should we look it up? Anybody listening?
Google that
What do
shit.
you think it is? Comment
In the
on
comment section
YouTube.
down below. Put
Yeah.
your best guess.
Also, Jar Jar Binks, good character or ruin the whole franchise? Oh yeah, is a Sith
I think
Lord.
terrible.
I've read that
I've
theory
heard
too.
about that theory.
So funny enough, I haven't watched any Star Wars, but I know most of it from the Lego Star Wars saga that I played on the PlayStation 2.
You played out that whole
Male.
game without watching the movies?
Yeah, and it told me the whole story.
fucked.
See, that says male, and I think it came up as male. I think we always assume female because like the ears look like long hair.
Yeah.
It was kind of
Probably.
Padme's pal.
this. That was not
That
good.
voice is really
Misa.
annoying.
It's like a Pikachu, but with better English.
But with like gurgling water in the back of their throat that they didn't swallow.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. No.
Do you watch anime?
No. We didn't cover that when I turned the mic off the second it came up.
You should
I
just try it.
assumed it.
You should try it.
If you had to
What do
pick
you
one
watch?
from the start on,
You like Game of Thrones?
I liked that one.
You would
yeah.
love Death Note.
I was about to say the same
that one
thing.
I've seen a fair amount of.
Did you
that.
like it?
I didn't dislike it. It's one of those things. Normally, once I'm in it, I'm gonna finish it. Like, I don't turn it off. It's just never what I go to. And I think for me, a lot of it is I don't enjoy the visual style of it. It is not pleasing on my eyes in any way, shape, or form. So I just
There's a good way
struggle.
to fix that, though. With movement. Movement. Blue light glasses.
It's not the blue that gets me.
Damn it. All right, well,
You try.
I'm practicing.
You
all
know,
right, guys?
you know how we fix that? We have Tristan pull that blindfold back out of there.
Yeah, we get freaky up in here. That's what will be the bonus show. Heck's Happy Hour.
Yeah, after
First
dark.
segment tonight?
Yeah. No. No.
What's
We
the
already
actual
have
word for
barely-
this thing?
What's up?
What's the actual word for this thing?
I don't know.
It looks like it's a crop, I think.
Crop. Yeah, it is
Yeah,
crop.
it's a leather crop.
Yeah. The dude was really chillaxed. He was like, dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sending you a crop and a blindfold. I just want some tasteful photos. Nobody else will do this. And I was like, dude, I got you, brother. I got you.
There's so much fun because you like.
Yeah.
That's an easy one. Like you didn't even like cut a peach in half and have it just gently resting against it or anything weird like that.
No. I need to start putting more effort in there because you can get like $300,
dude,
for a photo shoot.
So we gotta talk about this later because I want to do product photography because you see people do it and it's like, whoa, like, and you could do just weird shit with it.
With that, you just got to take the photo with that camera and you get.
But I love, and not that you ever have to get that crazy, but I love that it seems like everyone who does product photography has a fish tank and a mirror.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
get the water effect. Like, there's just, it's something that like, it's one of those, holy fuck, get a sentence out. Where like from the distance, like, hey, here's a picture of the room. It's like, oh, that's just a mess of shit. And then it's like, here's the final shot. It's like, oh,
damn.
you got a fish tank, a mirror, 3 bags of sand, 2 strobe lights,
$300 photo,
and a tie hooker in the corner.
Yeah.
And somehow when you zoom in specifically on that product, it looks amazing.
You should try it. It's actually a lot of fun. But I will say, if you're doing it for money, like on Fiverr specifically, it's gonna suck in the beginning.
Oh, I'm
because you
sure.
gotta. The only way to start on Fiverr, people are like, you can't do anything, blah blah blah. You got to start it basically free. Like you got to just suck it up, get 5 good reviews. Once you get 5 good reviews, you start upping it, and then you just get orders every fucking day, dude. Like that's what's happening to me right now. Like I get people reaching out to me all the fucking time, and I just don't have time for all of it. But it's a lot of fun, dude. The second you get like that first review, you're set.
Yeah.
And all you got, dude, fucking product photography is actually super fucking easy. Go to the fucking store, buy a bunch of shit that's related to it, and then just create depth. So like, don't put it all in the same 2D plane, make it 3D. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like if you are taking, unless it's flat lay, that's different. But if you're taking a photo of this glass, put something here and then put something in the back, and then that's the difference between an iPhone shot or a camera shot. It creates depth that the camera can capture and your iPhone cannot.
It's the difference between an auto mask Gaussian blur and actual bokeh.
Exactly. So Tristan, I wanted to ask you this earlier before me and Brock keep going. What's your passion?
What's my passion?
Yeah, or do you not know it yet?
That second part, yeah. I have no idea what my
Not
passion
drinking.
is.
The second part.
Drinking is definitely a good hobby of mine, but I would not say it's a hobby by any means.
Do you want me to hit you with this crop until we awaken something?
I don't know if that ever would though.
Hey, Mike.
Is it not good?
No.
What about now?
That's
Dude.
a lot better.
Basically touch it.
Does it? Yeah.
Touch
Doesn't
it
it
to the
not
lips?
feel like badass to do this?
Yeah, like
Like when you do this, it's like weird.
no, I like that fit, just that little
Being
bit
like
of
this or like.
Right up to your fucking grill.
yeah. When you don't have the foam on it, I'm a big side grip guy.
Yeah.
Just really good in there.
Massive
Fucking
side
freestyler.
Yeah.
Lady, yeah. That's when you
Dude, I found a good
cup it.
or do the singer, the Justin
You
Bieber.
create a little echo inside the mic there.
Go.
Break pretend on this here's a rubber duck we got.
I watched the first podcast the other day, and there's a
Pilot?
Yeah, there's a really good thing I said, and I said
Hit me with a fucking.
the whole thing was really awkward, but I said one thing that's gonna be on the intro, and it's gonna and I said, hopefully in a year we can look back on this and be like, damn, we used to be really cringy, and I can't wait on November 14th to fucking be like, This is how far we've come.
Was that our first day?
Yeah.
Question.
November 14th.
We've come pretty far already.
Question. Are you
would
allowed to say,
say.
damn, look how cringy we were? And then have someone in the room go, that's not past tense. It's like if you're still cringy, like you can look back and go, wow, we were real cringy at the beginning.
No, you still are.
Yeah.
Probably will be. Probably cringy for a while. I have a countdown on my phone for. That just sounds like you're going to town.
Yeah,
That
it
doesn't
sounds like
even
you just
sound like
fapping.
you're proud. Yeah. That honestly kind of sounds like that. I don't know.
Hit me with it.
Nice and smooth. Nice. I'm surprised you didn't ask for it back. Dude, you should really fucking start the Fiverr gig, man. Actually,
I
guess
gotta
if-
find the time. That's my big
Yeah,
thing always.
true. Do it at work like I do.
Yeah. I used to do shit at work.
Yeah,
Why
but-
do you think my YouTube hasn't had a video in a year?
Yeah, true. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. But I am gonna call you one day. I'm gonna be like, dude, I'm going here. Get your flight. Let's go. No fans or butts. You use your fucking vacation. I don't give a fuck what Stu says. They're not gonna fire you.
never
If you
used my
leave for a
vacation.
week. What?
I had all my vacation left at the end of last
Even if you
year.
had no vacation, if you
All
left,
of it?
Almost all.
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. If I
Why?
had, if my Italy trip had stayed as scheduled in December, I would not have been in the office for a single day in December.
Wow.
Because I always say like, oh, geez, I don't want to blow it all right away, and then I end up with it. Anyway, not the point. Point is, I'll have vacation.
Even if you don't, they're not gonna fire you if you leave for a week. So,
And if they do,
well, that
So
would
what?
kind of suck, but I think you'd figure it out. Everybody's got bills to pay, no?
I'll reapply, make more money.
Probably,
Right.
yeah. Or you come to TMG, piss a lot of
Holy
people
shit.
off.
And make
But make
more money.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have no. See that's the weird thing. This might get me fucked, but that's the thing I don't understand. So TMG, I probably should have left names out. Might bleep those. The company I work for advertises that we are super, super smart because we have a license, right? We provide a different angle of how ships should be built. So that's why we get paid so much from the shipyard to us, which comes to me. But what's stopping you, who is both of you two are better at the job than I am, but you could just leave and come to like the company I work for? Because you are smarter and have more. You're better at your job than I am. You know what I'm saying?
Most of the time, it's a non-compete clause in the
about to say
employment
the same
contract. We'd have to step away from our current employer for six
6
months
months.
or a year, depending on
Can you survive for 6 months at a house?
not my current lifestyle.
I was gonna say I definitely could
If I
not.
get the Fiverr game rolling and I could spend all day doing that, I could maybe stay afloat.
Dude. Yeah.
Not thrive, but survive.
No.
You don't
No,
want to
no.
survive.
That's why I kind of, dude, I love like the whole like contract thing, or like, because you see an end date, you just rack up a bunch of money and then just dick off. You ever read Tim Ferriss's book?
No, but I have seen you dicking off.
Oh yeah, I dick off at work too. Dude, I don't know if you know, but I'm completely out of it.
I know.
This aluminum
Completely
thing is the
checked
last
out.
thing I got on my agenda.
No, you've had senioritis for a little bit now.
Yeah,
And
I had it when I came back in January.
completely understandable.
Honestly, worked a lot harder when I was in Tristan's office and had less work, which is unfortunate. Super unfortunate. I had no work, but I worked super hard. What I got. Now I'm with you. There's a bunch of work, but I don't want to work anymore. So
Yeah, I feel that. I have those weeks.
I thought you texted
I
me.
have those months.
But when there's no end date, it's like, oh.
So like with YouTube, there's not really an end date to doing that as a job.
Yeah, but I
How
love
do you take
YouTube.
that? Okay.
Ooh, from the top rope with the good questions.
But like, if you didn't get paid, you wouldn't do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
You mean you're not making money from YouTube?
I
I thought with the 10,000 people watching this, I assumed
Right.
it'd at least be offsetting costs.
No, I'm actually tracking all my creator costs this year. I spent a lot of money
Yeah.
on shit
It's not cheap.
that doesn't come in from that area. Because I think the goal is I'm going to have to report the income from the creator side because I'll have so much. You know what I mean? That's the goal. So, but so far, it's not looking too hot. $80.
Hey.
That's what I got. And that's from Instagram, not even YouTube. So, good shit.
Little by little, week by week.
I just need one breaking video.
Yeah.
I just need a gallery of videos on YouTube, and then I need that one breakaway video.
One
Could be
breakaway
this
video,
one.
and then everything comes through.
Could be. It's true.
Could be next week.
Just can't quit. Just got to keep going.
What's in a moment?
Nothing.
Everything.
Everything. And on that note, see you next week.
I was wondering how we were going to land that plane. That worked out well.